Good morning, Adventure Nation. If it looks like we're a mess, it's because we're a mess. We thought checkout was 1. It was actually 11. Now it's 11:30. We got to get on the road. It's her fault. This is the Motorhome Experiment.
So I thought checkout was at 1 because usually when you check in at 3 at state parks, checkout is at 1. But here's a county park. I never even thought about that. And yeah, now when I was reading the whole thing, that the paperwork they gave you, it was check in at 3, checkout at 11.
We were sitting having our morning coffee.
Still kind of.
Answering comments. It was 11:30 and she goes, checkout's at 11. So, took us about 10 minutes. We're wrapped up and ready to go. We're gonna jump up into the front, load the car, and we're heading up to Daytona.
Yeah, let's go.
Got everything?
Yep.
For sure?
Including my new souvenir shirt
of
NASA.
Look at that.
Let's see if you guys can.
I need my space. It's so perfect for her. We only stayed a couple of nights at this campground. I mean, it's just a simple county park. I'll tell you what though, if you are going to try to watch a NASA space flight, maybe one of the SpaceX flights, this is an amazing place to do it. If you can get a spot here during one of the flights, it's right across the intercoastal from NASA, so you have an absolutely gorgeous view of the Space Center from here, as far as the launch goes anyways. An unobstructed view, so it's absolutely amazing. As you can see out the front here, that's the intercoastal. On the other side of that, you won't be able to see the buildings from behind the trees, but the buildings are easily seen from here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition. Liftoff. Now we're gonna be a little rough in the first half of this video, gang, so apologize for that, but we had
We're not rough.
a little bit. Well, you always look good, but well, of course I always look rough, so I guess it doesn't, never mind, we're fine.
And this is a short day.
It's a very short day, but we always say that and then we find some really cool stuff along the way, which is what we hope to do today, so we'll see. Didn't get to do the drone shot that I wanted to do at the campground, but you guys saw a little bit there as I was driving around. We did drive around Cocoa a little bit last night. We drove along the intercoastal on the Cocoa side. We found out that there's a Cocoa side and then a Cocoa Beach, which tends to be the case. There's West Palm and then there's West Palm Beach, or there's Palm Beach and then there's West Palm. So same thing here. Cocoa Beach is the more famous, probably one of the most famous beaches in the world. And there's a Cocoa as well. Little town on the intercoastal side. Very cool. We drove down the intercoastal along this little winding road. We're just beautiful Victorian homes and stuff. And we got to hang out with some friends last night. My buddy Matt, it was his daughter's graduation party, so we got to go hang out with him and our friend Katrina. We are in Cocoa, Florida, just west of Cocoa Beach, and a friend of ours invited us to his daughter's graduation. So look, we're actually dressed up. Well, I'm partially dressed up. It's Florida, so we're here, gonna check out Hannah's graduation, and yeah, see a friend of ours we hadn't seen in a while, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. That's one of the nice things about RVing. You get to see friends that live out of state. Now it's in our state, temporary state.
All right, so we mentioned that we came to a friend's daughter's graduation, and that's him right there. How do you feel about your daughter graduating?
Oh my God! I mean, you're putting me on the spot right here, but it's
like yesterday we were pushing her on a swing, maybe. And
I was.
She was like tiny.
Yeah, she was tiny. She was like 6 years old yesterday, man, and and now she's graduating from high school. So yeah, a little teary.
That happens.
It does.
This is Chef Katrina, but Katrina's not wearing her chef gear today. That's a long story. I'm not going to get into that with you guys, but you guys know who she is.
I know.
But absolutely gorgeous place. If you guys are in, we're Cocoa.
We're Cocoa.
There's Cocoa Beach. We didn't know there was Cocoa, but now we find out there's Cocoa. And here is the Parish Grove Inn. Parish Grove Inn at Cocoa Village, and pretty cool place. You guys should check it out.
Yeah.
Oh look,
exactly.
536, and we're plugging this place. What is it?
536 Delanoy Avenue.
536 Delanoy Avenue. It's a bed and breakfast. You can stay here. Very cool place. I'll give you a shot inside in just a second.
Great.
So inside the house here. I'm kind of guessing that anybody can stay here. I don't know. You guys can probably Google it. It's Parish, Parrish, Parish Grove Inn. Very cool place, kind of Victorian style. They have knockers.
Look at this. Yeah. If you want to know if someone's here, you do this.
Pineapple knockers.
Pineapple knockers.
Sounds like a strip club I used to go to. So that was pretty cool. We don't get to see them too often because obviously they live in the southeast and we live in the north or in the southwest. So that's one of the cool things, like Lori mentions in the video. That was cool.
This park where we stay, it was, I would say, okay. I was telling Paul, if we would have stayed at that Walmart parking lot or a truck stop or something like that, and then just arrived to the park, it would have been fine. But going from For Wilderness, that's an amazing campground, and then going to this park, it was a little bit disappointing. With that being said, it's extremely close to the Space Center, and that's the reason we chose it, because it was extremely close to the Kennedy Space Center. So it's very convenient.
Yeah, if you're going there, it's perfect.
Yes.
It's what, 15 minutes maybe?
Yeah, probably.
We are just rolling into Titusville, and you can see on the right here, there's a whole bunch of waterfront parks along the right-hand side of the road, and the Intercoastal is right there. So there's so many great places here to watch a space launch. Actually, you could watch a space launch from this McDonald's. I had to stop here quickly at the Raceway gas station to clean the majority of the bugs off the front window. I didn't want you guys freaking out. There was a lot on there, but this is Florida. There's gonna be a lot more. So by the time we hit Daytona, I expect the majority of those to be replaced again. They have a lot of very large gas stations here in Florida that accommodate RVs, which is good. I think a lot of it might be somewhat RV, somewhat boats.
Yeah. A lot of boating more here.
Don't know what's going on up here, but somebody's not having a good day. Looks like it might be a fire. Oh, it's an accident. Holy smokes.
That would be maybe a bad accident.
Both the pickup truck and the police car have front end damage. It actually almost looks like they friggin' went head on. But then there's a third truck here. I don't know. Just when you think you're having a bad day, just remember, could have hit a police car.
I think that was a chase.
Yeah, it probably was a chase, but... We have now entered Daytona Beach city limits. I spent some time here, my late teens, going to school, or we were supposed to go to school. We registered, but I don't think we spent a day in school because we were goofing off. And then had to go back home to Canada because it was either go to school or go home, so we wound up having to go home. Daytona, very much a party city during spring break. I don't think it's as big as it used to be. I think spring breakers have kind of went away from here, unless they've come back, but I know for quite a while they had went away from Daytona, kind of did Fort Lauderdale and Clearwater and all that. But Maybe they've come back now. I don't know. It's been a while since we've actually stayed here. We stayed here once,
Yes.
just overnight when we came to Florida, but we've never spent a huge amount of time here. One of the other big things Daytona is known for is Daytona Beach Bike Week, which happened back in early March.
February, isn't it?
No,
March.
it was after we got here. We were in Silver Springs when it was going on, and the city swells up by an extra 500,000 bikers. I think it's the second largest bike show in the country. You have to Google that, but number one would be Sturgis, and then number two, Daytona. And there's motorcycles every square inch of this place. They have a boardwalk here. You can drive on the beach. I wanted to drive the coach on the beach, but I also don't want to wash the coach because if you get all that salt on it, you're going to want to wash it immediately. And I haven't seen that many places where you can wash a coach here, so we're not going to be doing that. We'll do it tomorrow with the car, yeah. But yeah, the boardwalk and pier is a lot of fun. And there's a lot of nightlife here. Main Street has got some cool bars. The Boot Hill Saloon, if you're into motorcycles, is down there. There's actually a lot of biker bars on Main Street. And during Bike Week, Main Street, they normally just block that off to motorcycles only. We're in Ormond Beach, now traveling back west across the intercoastal, and then we'll head north on US 1 just a little bit to our final destination at the Tomoka Campground. It's actually Tomoka State Park, right?
Yes.
Welcome to Tomoka State Park. Dude, you can't make that turn from there, by the way. He's going to drag this over the curb, yep. Can't possibly make that. Yep. Is he going to take anything out on the left side is the thing. We are all checked in, and now it's time to find Site 16. All right, so we've arrived at Tomoka State Park here, just outside of Ormond Beach, actually. Very close to Daytona, but just outside of Ormond Beach. Very rustic campground, but very cool.
It's very cool. The road, it looks wide right here, but in some places it's pretty tight.
Yeah,
with a big coach.
But pretty nice, all settled in. We may explore a little bit of the campground today. We may not. It might be just work day the rest of the day, and then we'll head into Daytona probably tomorrow. But we'll show you around here a little bit because it is pretty cool. We know the water is right here on the other side, but we don't know how close it is. We'll check that out a little while later.
And the space itself, once you're set in, is pretty spacious. Like back where the fire pit is and all that, is pretty spacious.
Which we can't use because there's a full-on county fire ban, so no using the fire pits.
I'm assuming that's like a recreation.
Yeah. Hi there.
Hi. Oh, there you can see the water from there.
Oh yeah. So there's the water right there. We'll check that in a little bit. We're actually going over to check out the laundry facilities, see what they look like.
Well, if there is any.
No, he said there was laundry.
Oh, cool. I would say most state parks, they do have nice restrooms and facilities. So 1-on-1, but okay.
Yep. Cool. If you're squeamish of little lizards and stuff at all, Florida is not the place for you. There's lizards everywhere and they freak you out every time you get a chance. When I was loading the bicycles on this morning, one was on the bicycle seat when I grabbed the bicycle to move it, and everywhere you turn there's something in the bushes getting ready to
jump on you.
and scare the hell out of you, but most of that stuff is harmless.
But look at that. Look at that.
Oh, all the crabs.
There's thousands on the right.
Yeah, thousands of them.
Literally thousands.
Hundreds of them, if not thousands of them, down the beach here. All the little black dots that you see all the way up the beach there, and then back this way as well.
They got scared from us because they went to the grass.
They all went to hide in the grass. You see him?
You can see them.
Oh yeah, he's in there. Wow. How cool was that? That was awesome. We are such desert rats. We don't see ocean wildlife too much, so
little crabs like that, and we get excited about it.
So that was pretty cool. So maybe we'll do a canoe or something the next day or so. We're not gonna have time. Who am I kidding?
We'll try. We'll see if we can do it. We can squeeze it in.
What I really want Lorena to see is an armadillo. We saw about 4 or 5 dead ones on the road on the way here, so she knows they exist now. She doesn't think they're mythical creatures.
But I know now, because so many are dead, that they're not that bright.
It was really cool hanging out with old friends and making some new friends in this video, but this is where we're gonna call this one. If this is your first time here, it would be awesome if you subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with everything we're doing, and become part of what is turning out to be an amazing community. We really appreciate all of our subscribers. It would be equally as cool if you like the video. We'll see you again soon in another one. Take care, gang. Bye.